Hi everyone, Summer with Astaria Sen, and I am not normally a monthly type person that does monthly updates. I do them every once in a while when I feel like I have enough to share or when I feel like I have important updates to share. So I'm going to go ahead and do a May update. And but the funny thing about May is that I didn't really do a lot. Like I did a lot, but I didn't do a lot. So it's kind of like a weird update and kind of a sad one too, which I'll get into in a minute. But first, I wanted to show you all the decks I got in May. No kidding. You guys know that I already got this one, which is the Whimsical Tarot. I did make a post about that, and this was at the beginning of May. US Games sent me Magic Makers, and they sent me When Women Had Wings, which I'm still currently working with. And then I just got in the Magical Hours Tarot, so expect a walkthrough and pairing with this deck coming soon. I haven't even opened it yet. I haven't gotten there, sorry. But I will, okay, I will. And then I got 3 decks from Rachele at Amethyst Ascension. She was doing her deck declutter, and I got these ones right before I went on vacation. A week and a half now ago, so a little before that, so almost 2 weeks ago is when I got these from her. And it is the Midnight Magic, which is, mushroom, so yay. The Spiritual Tarot, which I really like the colorings in this, but I do know that it's also glossy, so, gloss. But still, I'm excited to have the deck because the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. And then I got this one, which is a very strange one. It seems just really whimsical to me and I'm interested in. It's called the Merry Day Tarot. It's a unique translation of the traditional tarot deck that returns the tarot to its roots while incorporating numerology and archetype mythology. It's presented with dramatic and impactful images combining the ancient and modern traditions. So this is a really interesting looking deck already. So I'm very excited to pull this out, work with this in different ways. When am I going to work with it? I don't know yet. There's a lot going on right now, a lot going on. And then in June, of course, I'm doing my I'm doing weeks of fairy videos and fairy talks and that kind of thing for everybody in collaboration with Amethyst Ascension's group. And she put this together and she asked me to do the theme for fairy. So I'll be doing that as well. So yeah, so that's all of my decks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decks total for May. I usually do not get that many in at a time. So that's okay. I haven't really started reading any new books, mainly because I haven't had the time necessarily to do it or the energy to do it, actually. So we went to our trip to California. I can speak today, I promise. So we went on our trip to California and where we were there for a week. We always drive down and drive back, me and my husband. And so we have a good time just enjoying each other's company. And then we spend time with family. I've been down there several times. It's Lodi, California. And so I've seen a lot of things already. So we just really just spent time with family. And at the very end of my trip, like the last 3.5 days of the trip, peat moss dust came in with the breezes in California. Apparently that flies around on the wind, and I found out it is a horrendous migraine trigger. So it put me down in bed for 3.5 days, which was a very unhappy feeling. So I didn't get to participate in a lot of other things that were going on. But, I did get to walk in the grass because out here you don't have a lot of grass. I do have grass, but there's also a lot of cactus and other things that I just don't want to walk around too much barefoot in. But in California, I was in a yard, so I get to walk around in a yard on the grass, and it was so rejuvenating. Honestly, I just loved it so much. And we just had a really good time with family, well, while I wasn't having a migraine. And then here comes the hard parts. So if you're not interested in my hard parts, you can stop now. That was really my month. I didn't do a lot. I did a couple of videos here for tarot walkthroughs and stuff like that, but I was really low key with a lot of things this month just because I had so much on my plate already. Anyways, we also got rid of 3 of the boy goats. So Cappuccino, Milton, and Mr. Cuddlesworth have all gone to new homes, and now we're just left with the girls. And over the summer, we'll be building new stalls. So each girl has their own stall. So when they have babies, we don't have to try to maneuver moms in and out of each other because they're kind of aggressive to each other's babies. It's impressive, super impressive. So anyways, back to my sad news and the update, and mainly the reason why I feel like this video needed to happen. You guys know I have a lot of animals out here. You know, we have the horses, we have the cats, we have the dogs, we have the cat. Well, we have one dog now. Deuce had to be put down last Saturday. When we came back, I knew this was coming. I just didn't think it was coming so soon. He was 14, well, going on 14. He would have been 14 in August. And he's a mutt mastiff mix, so he's a bigger dog. He was mine, fully mine. Otto is Adam's, but he loves me too, thankfully. But he was struggling with his anxiety and his fear, and so over the last couple of years that has really been a problem, and we have been trying to work with him with it. And then over the last few months it's gotten progressively worse. I spent the last 6 months trying to work it out as a behavioral issue, you know, working with giving him a safe place, making sure he has his anxiety stuff, making sure that he knows he's okay and that he's safe, but that didn't change anything. As a matter of fact, it just progressively got worse. By the time we got back from California, because I wasn't expecting to put him down so soon, I really wasn't. I thought I had, you know, a month or two still to try and see if I could work this out. But by the time we got back from California, my daughter's husband had come into the house and he had his hands in his pockets. Now, what I mean by Deuce being afraid all the time, very seriously afraid all the time. He is afraid of loud noises. He is afraid of the wind. He is afraid of storms. He is afraid of the doors opening and closing. He will literally, he gets so scared he poops himself. So we were trying to work through all of that. And so when we got back, my daughter's husband came in and he just had his hands in his pocket and he had a couple coins in there and they jingled and he just flipped out. He just, like he normally does, he got scared and he started drooling and he started shaking and looking around like, what's wrong? Why am I so afraid? And I knew then that this wasn't going to change, that it was just going to progressively get worse. And we have a rule. It is quality over quantity when it comes to our animals. So if their quality of life is not quality, then it's time for them to take their own leaps, you know? But we went ahead and euthanized him because I knew it wasn't going to get any better. And I'm struggling a little bit with it off and on. It's like, it doesn't come in like huge giant bursts for me, but he's the family dog. So my girls came out and everybody, you know, said goodbye to him. And when it happened, he wagged his tail. He was ready. So he is now away with the fairies. But it's really hard when I've had something for so long, particularly him. He was so sweet. And he's like really the only dog I've ever owned, like only dog that I've ever done. I'm a cat person usually. But I mean, his hips were really bad already. He couldn't, there was just so much that was just making his life miserable, that he didn't play. He didn't even wag his tail when he got pets, you know? So I had to do what I had to do, you know? It's just how it works when you have animals. And they're a part of us, you know? They're just a part of our lives, and he spent 14 years with us, so it was emotional. My youngest daughter had a really emotional reaction, which caused a lot of other reactions, but for the most part, you know, we all came together and we said our goodbyes, and that was that. One of the good things that came also over the weekend though was one of the mama cats, barn cats, introduced us to two brand new babies. I know they were born at the beginning of May because I heard them, but she wasn't letting us see them yet, and she introduced them to us over the weekend. So it's a little white and black cat, and I'll put pictures up for you. But yeah, so that was my month, and it's been really hard. So my next videos will be much more upbeat and in the spirit of all the things that will be happening in June for fairy work. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a very great day.